Hi everybody, Christy Taylor here from Trust Christy. Sorry I've been away for so long, but a lot of things have happened. My dad turned 95. We had a celebration for him. That was October 24th. And on that same day, I got word that my mother was ill, and unfortunately she passed away on Saturday, October 31st. We've been through the funeral this week, and now I'm trying to get back to normalcy. But I had planned this video prior to all of that happening, and I'm going to go ahead with it. And it's called 68 and Feeling Great. I may not feel the best right now, but I want to share with you what it is that I feel works to help people feel their best. Take whatever it is that works for you. I am no expert, and apply it to your life, and I hope that it helps you out. So there are certain things that I think you should look at. Number one, look at your parents. Look at your genealogy. You know, how long did your grandparents live? What kind of medical issues did they have? Anything that you know you can identify along those lines are heads up for you, and you can try to avoid those things. In my life, you know, my parents, who both, my dad's still alive at 95, my mother passing just shy of 95, and their parents had their own lineage. It gives you those things to look out for. So for myself, I had to be aware of cancers, breast cancer, colon cancer. Both my mother and my father, they've both defeated those, but that's in our lineage. And then both of them had preventable things that they were taking medication for. I don't take any medication, and I don't want to take medication, but I'm talking about things like high cholesterol or type 2 diabetes, and I'm trying to think of the other things, triglycerides, those types of things, your A1C. So both of my parents were on medication for that, high blood pressure, did I say that? And I want to avoid it. So look at those things from your folks, identify what you think you really need to work on, and then go to number two, the second thing I think. That is, go to your doctor, have your physical exam, get your blood work done, and find out what your numbers are. So once you do that, then you can see where you stand. Now, in my case, because 3 years ago I changed my life by retiring and taking over my parents' care, my whole way of eating and exercising changed. And I noticed that when I would go to the doctor and get those numbers done, that they were going in the wrong direction. And I thought, I'm going down the same road as my parents, and I didn't want that. So a big thing I decided to do was get my knee fixed. And I had had a little accident in the house which tore 2 meniscus on my knee, and I suffered with it for months, but I was so busy that, you know, with my parents' care, with our son's wedding, I put it off. Well, I finally had it taken care of last November, and best thing I've ever done. It was great. So it was about a 6-week recovery, and that takes us to January of 2020. My birthday's in January, so we went ahead and we took our little trip to New York City to visit our son and daughter-in-law, and I was able to walk. It was great, and I knew as soon as we got back that I was going to start on more things that I needed to do. Well, my husband gave me this fitness tracker, great, and therefore I get up in the morning. Every morning I walk 2.1 miles, get my day started, and consistent. If it's raining, sometimes I'll walk on our treadmill here at home. But the other thing I decided to do is I needed core strength training. So I joined a Pilates fitness studio. Love it. Now, unfortunately, I started in February, March, and then COVID shut everything down. But the good thing was they ran videos online. I was able to do it from home, and I'm back in the studio, and it has been a wonderful thing to see my body get strength and kind of reformulate everything at this age. It's great. So that was good. Also, I had scheduled my colonoscopy, which I had a year overdue because of everything that was going on. And that's important. As I said, that runs in our family. Thank God I had that done March 12th, and March 13th, everything shut down. So I squeezed that in right away. Everything is good with that, but so that was all great. So let me grab my notes here real quick. All right, so the other thing, number 3, that's eating. So here's something that I do. I decided to try intermittent fasting. Now, you're talking to someone that would have died without breakfast, but amazingly, I think this is just great. So intermittent fasting basically is pick an 8-hour window of time in which you're going to eat every day, and then you don't do anything before or after that 8-hour window of time. Mine, for me, is from 10:30 in the morning to 6:30 at night. So prior to that, because I get up really early in the morning to get my dad off to dialysis, is that you can have coffee, you can have liquids, but nothing that has any creamer in it or any type of artificial sweeteners. That breaks your fast. So I did get used to it, but I only have 1 cup of coffee in the morning and I'm good to go. So I wait, and sometimes I am really hungry, but if I keep occupied in the morning, then once I eat, I'll have a small breakfast, and then I have a later lunch, like mid-afternoon, then I have my dinner. And intermittent fasting processes your intake of food more efficiently for your body, and my numbers have shown that. So that's all really great, because I did go for my exam, and my numbers are all going down and beautiful and wonderful. And the doctor said, "What are you doing?" And I'm explained to her exactly what I'm telling you. All right, so that works for me. Now, number 4, the last thing that I think is important for feeling great at an older age is a spiritual connection. And I scour YouTube for videos that appeal to me. And it can be anything from following somebody who's into fashion, and that uplifts me because I love that, as you know. Or, things that you can do to connect with your authentic self, or go inward, or learn how to meditate, or, things about angels. I just love all of that. So I listen and I absorb it, and I try to incorporate it into my life so that I find joy and happiness, and it makes me feel good. I also like to watch people like Dominique Saxa, who happens to be a Houston, Texas anchorwoman, and she has a once a week video that is great and just about all kinds of things. It's really fun. So that's what helps me with connecting with my higher self and what my purpose, I think, in life is. So, give it a try. Get out there, see what's on there, and find out what strikes you and helps you to connect closer with who you are as well. So, in conclusion, everybody always likes that because it's the end. I hope that I've inspired one person to try to realize that age is just a number, and you can be vibrant and youthful well into those upper numbers, but you need to be dedicated to it and do your best to create the best life for yourself so you feel great. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, if you have comments, I'd love to hear your comments. You can just hit the comment button underneath the video, type in anything, and I'd love to see what it is that you think. You might have other great ideas, and anybody else that's listening, it can share with them as well. And once again, if you've subscribed, I thank you. and I will continue, and I hope to get back to fashion soon, but I really appreciate everybody, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.